Good day, class. We'll be looking at one aspect of chemistry today, which is polymer chemistry. So, what is polymer? A polymer is a large molecule made up of many repeating units called monomers. The word polymer comes from the Greek words and poly, and the second one is ma. The word poly means many, and ma means part or unit. So, when we are talking about polymer in organic chemistry, polymer is just a material that's been formed from repeating units called monomer, as definition says. Now let's look at this. We have ethylene, which is CH2 double bond CH2. In addition reaction, if one of these double bond breaks, we are going to have CH2 single bond CH2. This implies that the chain, we can still add something to this C and to this C. So this is the main methods we use in polymer to form a large molecule. Now, so far that we can add something to this carbon and this carbon, this ethylene will now start repeating itself for many times. From there, we are going to see a large compound called polymer. So let's say this one wants to increase. We can say another CH2, repeating of this. Then we come to this side as well. We say CH2, then CH2. The chain will continue to grow from this side and this side as many as we can. So from there, we are going to form a large molecule called polymer. So this N means repeating unit. We call it degree of polymer. And from there, we can also show this chain that this molecule can still grow from this side. And we show a chain to this side as well, that this chain can still grow from this side. So this type of polymer is called polyethylene, because this is monomer here. The repeating unit is called monomer. So when it's now repeat itself to many places, then we call it polyethylene. So to have many examples of polymer, look at this. Here it is the monomer. You can see the monomer here. So when the bond, one of the double bond breaks, it will now repeat itself as many as possible. Then you show the growing side at the two sides and the N to show the degree of polymer. So when you show the degree of polymer, it means that the number of times that this molecule repeats itself, that's the degree of polymer. And this chain means the growing part. That's why I said polyethylene repeating units. Same thing, another examples of polymer is this CH2 double bond CH, then benzene ring. This is called styrene. This styrene, the examples of styrene, there's a one white materials that they are using to pack electrical appearance like television, radio. That white something is called polystyrene. So the molecule that form polystyrene is called styrene. So by the time this bond breaks, then it will now start growing from this side and this side to form a large molecule called polystyrene. You can see. So as you can repeat it as many times. Then once you are okay, then you put N and the bracket and show the growing sides to know that the repeating units can still grow. And the examples of polymer is called vinyl chloride. This is monomer. In case somebody asks you that, show me the examples of monomer. All these one are monomers. They are monomers. So by the time the bond breaks, it will form a large compound called polyvinyl chloride. So the examples of polyvinyl chloride is PVC, the pipes that all those plumbers are using in all those sockaway. So they are calling polyvinyl chloride. So it's another example of polymer. Then we also have tetrafluoroethylene. This tetrafluoroethylene fluoroethylene. This is the molecule, the monomer. By the time one of these bond breaks, then we are going to have the large number of tetrafluoroethylene. From there, then you have polytetrafluoroethylene. So it's another examples of polymer. That is why if you look at some production like table water, Pepsi bottle, all those plastic bottle of Pepsi, you will see a particular place there. Down part, they will show a triangle like this, and they will put one. Under that triangle, they will have P in capital letter, E in capital letter, and T in capital letter. They are trying to tell you that the particular materials they use, the particular polymer material they use to produce the Pepsi plastic bottle is called polyethylene terephthalic. So it is a reaction of ethylene glycol with terephthalic acid. I will have shown these examples of PET, but it's another example. It's another type of polymer. When we get to condensation polymerization, I'm going to use this PET as an example for you to show to know the difference between chain polymerization and condensation polymerization. So all these examples of polymer here are examples of chain polymerization. By the time you get to the examples of polymer, you are going to understand what we call chain polymerization. So now, let me now tell you something before I end up the class. After you give a definition for polymer, you should try to show at least 2 or 3 examples of what you are saying. Because in chemistry, we don't just believe on cramming. They want you to know to explain what polymer is all about. If someone just asks you what is polymer, after the definition, you show at least 2 or 3 examples for them to know that you know what you are saying. And you should try to know all these monomers offhand, because question do ask that, okay, show more examples of polymer and their repeating units. So these are the examples. In the next class, we are going to do more examples on polymer and the types of polymer, then classification of polymer. Good day.